Wow,
Go, go, go!
Oh
my God.
Spot.
Get him. Whoa! There we go!
Hey.
Booyah! We're in the marshland. Tide's coming in, bringing the bait in. Got the intercoastal there. Beach is on the far side. We're gonna be fishing popping corks with some shrimp lures. See what happens, baby.
Time to catch some fish.
We're on. Alright, we're coming to you from the studio. We're going to answer some questions about inshore fishing and fishing with that popping cork. We're going to walk you through when to fish for the red drum, where to fish for them, and then finally how to use that popping cork to increase your chances of catching redfish. Alright, first we're going to talk about when to fish for redfish. Alright, so you can go online, look up the tide chart for your area, and you're going to come up with a graph that looks something like this. You have a line going up and down showing you when it's high tide and low tide. And the key to fishing saltwater is to fish in between those tides. You want to fish rising tides and falling tides. Alright, so when Luke and I like to go fishing is about 2 hours after your dead tide. So you want to fish this slot. And you want to fish this slot as well. Also, it's even better if you can get out while the sun is rising or setting if the tides line up right. That's just two good things coming together and it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong. You can really see the difference if you spend time on the water, the action that happens when the tides start to move. During dead tide, there's not a lot of action on top of the water, but as soon as you get about 2 hours after that high tide or low tide, you start to see schools of minnows going up on the weed lines and stuff starts popping like crazy. So now to answer the question of where to put your popping cork when you're fishing for red drum. So here we've got the pier that we were fishing at. We got the grass line back here and then the pier going all the way out. So underneath the water, we were able to walk along the whole area. But we kind of mapped out the bottom. It was shallow and sloping. And then right off the front of the pier, there's a big drop off because we were fishing the intercoastal waterway. So they've got to keep that deep channel so the boats don't run aground. 3 spots we targeted when fishing this pier was the grass line, in between the pillars, and this steep drop off the end of the pier. Casting in those areas increased our chances of catching fish and it proved successful. We ended up catching a couple drum off the pier pilings, and then the one Luke pulled in this video was along the grass line. We didn't end up catching any off the steep drop off. We were able to catch some blues and a couple small sharks. So when you're wondering where to cast for red drum, the overall answer is fishing structure. So whether it's a grass line, pilings, a drop off, or even a mouth of a creek, these are all great spots to throw your line. So now we're going to talk about how to fish the popping cork. So I've got my favorite rod here, the Penn Fierce 4000, great for going inshore fishing. Luke and I use it all the time. Alright, so it's good to have a nice stiff rod. I recommend at least a medium action rod when you're using popping corks because you want to have enough backbone to twitch it and make those beads snap together, making it sound like fish are feeding on bait or bait's running away from a bigger fish. So you're gonna make a quick motion with your wrist, just like that, bam. And make sure you hear those beads popping, or else you're not doing it fast enough or hard enough. If you aren't hearing it pop, just add a little more force to it and get those beads snapping, because that's gonna increase your chance of catching fish. So basically, with your popping cork, you're gonna cast it out there. It's really simple. Pop it, let it sit, reel it in a little bit, and then pop it again. It's usually that waiting period when the redfish are going to ambush your prey. Speaking of prey, let's talk about what you should put under your popping cork. So it's really important to know what type of bait your fish is feeding on before you target it. And redfish, they eat small crabs, shrimp, and smaller minnows. So that's going to be the type of baits you want to put under your popping cork. Luke and I decided to go with an artificial Vudu Shrimp. We got the link below in the description, and that worked real well for us. We also went out and cast netted some live shrimp. We're going to be sending out a video soon showing you how to do that. So I hope we answered all your questions of when to fish for redfish, where to fish for redfish, and how to fish for them. Throw all those together and you'll be just like Luke. Luke's putting some shrimp scent on. It's gonna be a good night. We're gonna get on. I know it.
I can smell it from here.
As soon as that bobber goes down, boom, get a nice strong hook set, and you'll be hooked up, baby.
All right, Luke is on a fish.
Oh yeah, nice one. Red drum, baby, check. Hook him up. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, he might. Hey, he's gonna be eating size.
Hey, Ray, get the chops away. There, get.
Oh, ready. Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack. Oh my God, Jack. Yeah, Jack, come on. Oh my God, it's a keeper too. Oh yeah.
Bring him.
Come on, Jack. Oh my God, Jack.
Jack, oh.
Oh God, Jack, come on now.
Jack, over here.
Jack, come on.
Good
Yeah,
dog.
let me get that thing. Let me get that.
Wow,
Go, go, go.
what is it?
Oh my God.
Spot.
There we go.
Hey.
Booyah!
What is that?
Shrimp lure, baby. Vudu Shrimp.
You know, we didn't get any live bait, but you know, Luke got the shrimp scent with the thing.
What? We'll post a link in the description for these Vudu Shrimp. Oh.
Look at that tail, he's pretty.
Check it out, some Vudu Shrimp.
All right, so we're gonna take this one home and eat it. He's 18. So first, we're gonna slit the gills and just bleed them out real quick. Just let them bleed out. Make sure that meat stays nice and white. We're probably gonna have them tomorrow. It'll be good eating. Go, Luke.
Caught them on the Vudu Shrimp, baby, using the popping cork. Well, we showed you through the video, baby, how to catch these guys. Speckled trout too. If you find these speckled trout probably nearby. Popping cork, imitation shrimp, live bait. It's all good. We call them on imitation shrimp. Vudu Shrimp, baby. Voodoo, mama voodoo. Voodoo, mama juju.
Okay.
I feel like 18 is